Well, hello, fellow film fans, and thank you for visiting my YouTube channel, Tyler's Real Movie Talk, and this is going to be my non-spoiler review of Mission Impossible Fallout. No, I know I am a little late on this. I did see this Thursday night, but because of certain things that popped up, I just was not able to upload and do a video about my review of this film, but I am getting around to it today. So in this video, I'm going to let you guys know what I think about this film, everything I liked about it, and really everything I loved about it. But before we get into all that, I do got to say, if you're a fan of movie talk, movie reviews, and really everything of that nature, definitely consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell down below, which will notify you anytime I have any new content coming out. But with that out of the way, let's dive right into this review. So Mission Impossible Fallout, what did I think about this movie? And oh my gosh, I just have to start out by saying this is hands down one of the best movies of the year. Now, I don't know where it places, but right now I'm kind of considering moving this movie into the second spot above my before mentioned Quiet Place, which I had in my second spot. So I definitely think this movie deserves to be in the top 3 because I absolutely loved this movie that much. Everything about this movie I really enjoyed. And you know, with that being said, there's not really one single thing about this movie that I didn't like. So if you're out there and you have nothing to do this weekend, you need to go see this movie. I highly recommend that you go see this movie because you will not be disappointed. I was amazed walking out of that theater on Thursday night about how great this movie was. And you know, some of the things that really were great about this movie is the story. The story was absolutely incredible and is super easy to get right into from the start of the movie. Look, the first 15 minutes of the movie I thoroughly enjoyed, and it's such an attention grabber, and it really grasps you in a way where you just can't let go. And the movie from there on has a really nice steady pace, which I think is wonderful as well, because the movie does not slow down. It almost like it does not stop, but it doesn't do it in such a way where it gets annoying, where you just feel like there's so much shit happening, you know what I mean, and you just can't really quite catch on. This movie's not like that. It keeps a nice steady pace that everyone should be comfortable with during this movie, and everyone should like, because this movie is 2.5 hours long. But I gotta say right from the start here, this movie does not feel like 2.5 hours long, in my opinion at least. I think this movie felt a lot shorter. It flowed really smoothly, and I think that's a big reason why it felt a lot shorter than that. And I was really left the theater wanting more. I would not have minded a 3-hour movie after seeing this movie, to be completely honest with you. Now, also, another good thing about this movie, look, the action. The action is phenomenal, and especially the scenes with Tom Cruise, because those of you who don't know, Tom Cruise does his own stunts. Now, we know actors, they usually have a stunt person to do their stunts for them, you know, like a stunt double. Tom Cruise does not do that. Tom Cruise does all of his own stunts, and I actually thought watching this movie that it showed that you can tell it was him doing it, and I actually think it added a little bit to the action, and it made me like it a little bit more, because the action in this movie is absolutely incredible. I couldn't get enough of the action. Now, this movie is packed with action. I mean, we are talking packed with action, but I loved every single minute of it. And you know, that's another great thing about this movie, is movies with a lot of action, sometimes you can get kind of sick of it, but the action in this movie does not happen for no reason, and it really goes with the story, and you really enjoy it as it's happening, because the action is so well executed, and Tom Cruise doing his own stunts is a really big part of that. It definitely might have the best action of the year, right up there with Upgrade, in my opinion. Now, also, this is probably my favorite Tom Cruise movie. Now, we know Tom Cruise is in all the Mission Impossible, so if this is my favorite Tom Cruise movie, then yes, before anybody asks me, this is my favorite Mission Impossible, simply because I just think it's the best. And Tom Cruise was absolutely fantastic in this movie. I loved his performance. I loved what he brought to it. Like I said earlier, I like that he does his own stunts. I think it's very risky and ballsy, and I definitely don't think he should do it, but shit, if he wants to, that's all the better, because it actually works for him, and it actually works in his favor, because he's actually really good at it, in my opinion. So I really love Tom Cruise in this movie. Now, another thing is Henry Cavill in this movie. Now, most of you know him who plays Superman in Man of Steel and Justice League, but Henry Cavill in this movie was absolutely phenomenal. I definitely loved what he brought to this movie, and I definitely think he's one of the most underrated actors in Hollywood, and I cannot wrap my head head around why. He is such a gifted actor, but nobody seems to give him credit where credit is due. So I am going to give him credit where credit is due, because he was fantastic in this movie, and he definitely deserves some more respect. And I am definitely a big fan of his, especially after seeing this movie and seeing him out of a role from Superman, because he's great as Superman as well. And going right into that as well, Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise have a good on-screen chemistry together, and they have this good kind of little rivalry going on between them, which I thought was fantastic as well, and it really just added to the movie. Those two, their chemistry was phenomenal. It was a lot better than I thought it would be going into the movie, because they've never worked together and you just really don't know how that's going to work. But I thought their on-screen chemistry was really fantastic, and it really did carry the movie a long way. And back to the story, this story does have some twists and turns, and this story really at certain points can really get unpredictable. And you guys who know me know that I love movies that can get unpredictable. I do not like sitting in my seat for 2 hours and being able to pinpoint every little thing that's going to happen and just basically call it from a mile away, like, oh, that's gonna happen, oh, that's gonna happen. I tried to do it with this movie, it didn't quite work like that, so that's why I love this movie even that much more. This is such a great movie. Like I said, I would definitely recommend anybody who's not doing anything this weekend or just have a few hours of free time to go see this movie, because you will not be disappointed. So Mission Impossible Fallout for me gets a one hell of a positive review from me, and I definitely think everyone possible should go see this movie, because it definitely deserves the money that you're gonna throw at it. But that's what I think about Mission Impossible Fallout. After you guys see the movie, definitely let me know what you guys think about the movie in the comments below. Did you guys like it? Did you not like it? Why or why not? And does this review make you more or less hyped about the film? Why or why not? And if you guys like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up and share on all of your friends. But with all that out of the way, thank you for watching.